November stunning video revealing that China had 5 nuclear capabilities, all able to reach the continental U.S.
More about us and them. The president says he's lowering some tariffs on Chinese imports after his meeting with the president in South Korea.
Specifically, the president says the 20% tariff on China related to fentanyl will be sliced in half to 10%. That brings the total duties on Chinese imports down to 47%. It was sitting at 57%.
Chinese leader committed to taking steps to stop the flow of fentanyl to the U.S. China will not impose big restrictions on rare earth minerals as well. That's for computer chips and cars and more.
As part of the deal, China also said they will start buying American soybeans and other farm products immediately. Those purchases had been on pause amid the escalating trade war. China also agreed to start the process of purchasing American energy.
And they'll renegotiate, they say, every year. The president set to travel to China in April. President Xi will visit the U.S. sometime after that, they say.
And trade also is center of the issue around cattle. The USDA now saying that our country's cattle inventory has hit its lowest point since 1951, and that's driving up beef and meat prices.
Maria Serker out and about this morning to explain what's going on with beef prices and what's going to happen with the future of this.
Well, prices have really been climbing since the pandemic in 2020. Droughts, we spoke to some butchers and they say droughts are the main culprit right now, and there's not really a quick fix. We spoke to Kevin Green, owner of the butcher shop in Pensacola. He tells us American beef is nearly as expensive as imported beef now.
Hamburger meat in particular has in some cases doubled. You know, beef fat has doubled or tripled. But once COVID hit, all of the sides of the production, protein production started playing games, and they were, cutting production, they were cutting the hours that they were producing, and then the farmers started holding the cattle back. And as a result, there's droughts and there's all these factors. End of the day, we just don't have enough cattle for the demand that we have.
Another butcher we spoke to, Darren Costello, told us he buys beef from multiple countries, including Australia and Japan, but the most place for him to buy is the United States. And unfortunately for chicken lovers, the USDA says poultry prices are also on the rise this year, this time by 1.9%. Laura, Jared.
And of course, with many of our stories, a lot of reaction we'd like to share with you from social media. More than 300 people commented about meat prices.
Let's start with Carl. He says prices exploded during COVID and they never went back down when people went back to work.
Jennifer believes this shouldn't be a thing in America. Farmers need all the support, and we need our generational farmers all across this country.
And Chris said, eat more pork, bacon, ham. It's delicious.
Can't argue with its deliciousness.
Get your pictures in. We'd love to share them on the show. Text WEAR-TV to 95577 or just look for the Chime In tab on the website. We'll share them throughout.
It was a daring daylight jewelry heist at the Louvre in Paris, right? And more arrests have been made, but the jewels remain unfound.
And 4 Okaloosa County schools now getting artificial turf. Why the district is making the change and what it's going to cost.
We're glad you're here for the Morning Current. Join us, if you will, with a Morning Current coffee break. It won't be long, I think, until there's a Netflix movie about this. The Louvre heist. 5 new arrests in Paris, but the jewels remain unfound.
Yeah, perhaps a bigger cast of characters than we originally anticipated, but these most recent arrests were Wednesday night, and they say the main suspect is among those arrested. It is not clear yet how these new suspects are specifically linked to the crime, but police had said before these arrests there could be more people involved than the original 4 that were, of course, caught on camera.
Now, the 2 who were previously arrested after being recognized are charged with robbery and conspiracy. Police say they have, quote, partially admitted to their involvement. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Well, they were identified through DNA that was left on a scooter that was used in the heist, along with the window at the Louvre. One of the suspects who was caught trying to fly out of the country without a return ticket, remember that? The names have not been released, but we now know both of those men have previous robbery convictions.
As you know, 4 men posed as construction workers broke into the Louvre October 19th in the middle of the day, after the morning. They got a big saw to cut through the window, smashed cases, took the jewels, $102 million worth of jewels. And again, they've got suspects, but they have no jewels.
I was just thinking how a good and emerald crown would look. I mean, but don't come looking at me. All right, Toronto Blue Jays with a chance to win the World Series at home.
They beat the Dodgers last night in LA Game 5. Couldn't have been a worse start, they say, to the Game 5 for the Dodgers. Jays outfielder David Schneider hit a homer on the first pitch. First baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit another bomb on the third pitch. First time in the World Series history, 2 players have hit back-to-back homers to open up a game.
That's pretty exciting, right? The Dodgers never got out of the hole. They didn't score after the 3rd inning. Now, Jays rookie Trey Savage was the night's superstar. He started, was it Yesavage? I don't know. He started as a pitcher, allowing just 3 hits in 7 innings. He got 12 strikeouts, including Shohei Ohtani. The final score, 6-1 Toronto. The Jays now lead the series 3-2, and they're heading back home for Game 6 on Friday.
We'll find out. What are your thoughts here? Scan the QR code on your screen. Who do you want to win the World Series? Well, take a look at the numbers so far. We'll continue with the poll open and show the numbers as the morning progresses.
Some local sports could see a bit of a change. This week, the Okaloosa County School Board voted unanimously to install artificial turf at 4 schools.
Now, that'll cost a little over $5 million, funded with capital reserves from other school district projects. The fields will be replaced at Baker, Choctaw, Crestview, and Niceville high schools. Officials say the sandy soil makes upkeep hard. Poor conditions have led to delayed or canceled games.
Yeah, Superintendent Marcus Chambers says these fields are used year-round. Sports teams, ROTC, PE classes, and that the artificial turf will hold up much better than the natural grass. Fort Walton Beach High School, by the way, already has turf. They got that about 10 years ago.
Now, the National Institutes of Health says artificial turf does have a higher rate of leg injuries than real grass. We talked about this for years. Marcus Chambers says in this situation, some would argue turf is safer because of the condition of the grass, and the cost is expensive on the front end. Chambers says maintenance down the line will be cheaper.
So what do you think? Point your camera. We'll get the QR code up there in just a second. Do you prefer the natural grass or the artificial turf? And right now, boy, it's swinging hard toward the natural grass. Keep those votes coming.
Women's SEC soccer tournament returning yet again to Ashton Brosnaham Athletic Park next week. 12
teams will compete for the championship title. The event runs November 2nd through 9th, and it's been hosted in Escambia County since 2022. County saying that they bring in thousands of people every year. In 2022, the event brought in how much? $2.5 million to the local economy. You can go to WEARTV.com for the full story, of course, the brackets and all that, about tickets and all the fun you can have with the beautiful game. Ooh. Oh, I know. This is gorgeous. I almost want to get out of the way. Thanks for answering the call and sending us your Halloween photos. This one is from Angel. Here's a close-up of the shark at the prow of the pirate ship with its skeleton crew. This is spectacular.
Pretty serious.
So cool. I want to go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I want to go to their house, right?
Really?
They probably have the good candy.
You would hope with all that.
A house like this.
Or they ran out of money.
Yeah, back home in Kansas City, they would always go to like Ewing Kaufman's house, who owned the Royals, assuming that they would have the best candy, like lines down the block and all that.
I do remember very vividly the house that gave me a full-size candy bar.
Still.
Wow.
Yeah, still. It made my life, basically.
Yeah, no,
it was a big candy bar.
Well, good for them and good for you. We'd love to see your pictures for your Halloween decorations and more, pumpkin carvings as well. You can send them in by scanning that QR code on your screen. Bring it right to us.
And speaking of Halloween, Brooke, it's going to be chilly, and some of those costumes are pretty thin.
Yeah, you're going to want to make sure you're prepared for a little bit of a cool Halloween. We're going to be seeing temperatures in the 50s, it looks like, for Halloween evening. So those trick-or-treaters going to be experiencing those 50s. The 40s do come in overnight, but it should be late enough to where trick-or-treating will be done by that point. But we are going to be looking quite cold for Halloween. It's going to be very different than what we're typically at this time of year. Currently, we are taking that live look over our Hardee's camera. We do have the clouds this morning. The clouds will hang around through the first part of the day. Second half of the day, clouds move out. We'll look at some sunshine through the rest of your day. Your forecast is going to be lovely, just chilly. We had that cold front moving through yesterday, so you can see where that cold front is currently positioned. Look at Orlando this morning, joining us in the 50s, 57 degrees for Orlando. We do have temperatures currently low 50s for a lot of us. Along the immediate coastline is where we're seeing those mid 50s. We will start to slowly warm up, but it will be a slow warm up. Our highs this afternoon in the low to mid 60s, so it is going to feel about 10 degrees lower than what we're typically at this time of year. So that's going to be a drop down for us. And we're already seeing that temperature drop about 8 to even 19 degrees, 20 degrees in Gulf Shores, cooler this morning. Part of the reason that it is such a dramatic drop is because this was the time we had our showers coming through, and with that we had a little bit of an increase in those temperatures. But still, it does look colder this morning. Heading into your Halloween evening, we do expect temperatures to be in the 50s. This is your trick-or-treat forecast, so you want to make sure your trick-or-treaters are prepared for a little bit of a cooler one. The good news is the skies will be clear. The winds will also be calmer, so we're not going to be looking at the winds as we go into Halloween evening. As for your radar, it is nice, it is dry. We'll just have the clouds today. Let's take a look at what we can expect on our radar. You can see we will have calm, clear skies today. Winds will calm down as we head into your afternoon. We're going to be seeing some lovely weather for your Halloween. Nice sunny skies. Enjoy that forecast. Just make sure you have a jacket. Saturday looking nice as well. We'll be a bit warmer for the weekend. We'll get into those low 70s for highs for Saturday and Sunday. Let's talk about the tropics now, because we are still watching Hurricane Melissa, still a Category 2 hurricane. It has now moved past the Bahamas. We are going to be looking at it getting close to Bermuda, but staying to the west. So we're not going to be expecting this to make landfall in Bermuda. It is still going to be a Category 2 as it makes that pass by, and then it is going to eventually fizzle out by the weekend in the North Atlantic, and then we'll be done with Melissa. Sea tone rate forecast 1 to 2 feet for the Gulf. Winds are out of the northwest at about 15 knots for today. We are expecting your red flags flying right now, but a good chance we could see yellow flags later today as those winds calm down and we have more of a northerly flow. Let's look at that week ahead. It is looking lovely today. We're going to have a few more clouds in your afternoon going into your Friday. Plenty of sunshine. Halloween looking nice. Evening temperatures will be in the 50s. Overnight temperatures in the 40s.
Checking out that Thursday morning drive, looking live at 110 in Fairfield. Still fairly light. Everything is moving smoothly. Just be careful as you head out.
When the morning current continues, dictionary.com has revealed their 2025 word of the year. Is it really a word, though? Hang on.
Oh, you got to keep up, right?
We're trying to here.
We're trying.
Yeah.
Dictionary.com has revealed their 2025 word of the year, and we have no words.
If I had a drum roll, I'd roll it, but I don't. Thank you for participating. It is 6-7. Huh?
6-7. Never say 67 unless you want to be branded as completely old and unhip. It's 6-7.
6-7.
Yeah, in my forecast, sometimes I avoid trying to say it. I'll be like, oh, it'll be here around 6. I was like, oh no, it's going to be 6, 7 o'clock. And I'm like, the kids that are watching are going to be like, ah!
Nobody knows exactly where it came from. Some people say the rapper Skrilla, and other people say NBA player LaMelo Ball. But, you know, teachers and parents started hearing it over the course of this year, and then it was everywhere.
And some teachers put a stop to it. Others kind of cashed in on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they tried.
I saw a video yesterday of this teacher, and she's like, okay, I'm doing attendance. Instead of saying here, you can say 6-7, but that's the only time you can say it the rest of the day.
So we must define it. What does it mean when you say 6-7? It means
whatever.
Yeah, it's like so. It's like maybe this, maybe that. You know, like 6 or 7, like 6, 7.
Well, we have some notes here from our producer AJ, who is the brain rot expert. She says this is classic brain rot slang, purposely nonsensical, and all about just being in the absurdity. I love that. I'm in the absurdity every day.
Speaking of absurdity, I like this. Dictionary.com says the word chosen represents, and I quote, a linguistic time capsule reflecting social trends and global events that define the year. Oh.
All right, Brooke, we had a couple other finalists.
Yeah, it's Gen Z stare, trad wife, and aura farming. And don't ask me to...
We're still trying to figure out what aura
farming is. Don't ask me to define aura farming. I just sort of went, it's for like 2 minutes in the break.
All right. We will move on to Mega Millions because that is something I can even wrap my brain around. Along with Powerball, we are talking about some huge jackpots up for grabs.
Yeah, Mega Million draw is tomorrow night, and the jackpot is worth $754 million, and the cash option, $352.8 million. And the Powerball draw is Saturday night, worth $400 million. Cash option there, $190.7 million.
Now, the odds are against you, but still, I say, you know, $5, that's a little much for a Mega Million.
Jared's been complaining about the $5.
But $2 is, for me, is $2 worth of fantasy. What if?
What if? Your odds are about 1 in 290 million, so might as well be you.
Might as well. You can't win if you don't play.
Yeah, but I want my $5.
Dale Jernigan sent us this one. It's called Pumpkin Fun. I just love the face on that one.
Ooh, this is from Richard Aberdeen. Lucy doesn't like her hat.
Aww. Oh, she was not.
That looks like Vanessa when she had the hat on a couple days ago.
Almost, it's like a little blue version of Vanessa's hat, and Vanessa loves her hat.
Yeah.
So, you know, Lucy, we love you. That's the important thing.
In a moment, we'll talk about a taco food truck in Pensacola shutting down. Why the owner would stop operations next month.
7:28 on the Morning Current. The National Guard is developing rapid response force teams in every state.
Now they're planning to train up about 500 troops per state. This follows an executive order in August from the president. Can be deployed on short notice for civil disturbances. States required to have troops ready, they say, by the start of the new year.
Now, states already have quick reaction forces for things like natural disasters and civil disturbances. Not clear if the new forces outlined by the president are in addition or just a larger version of what exists.
How about this? People love this Pensacola food truck. It's going to close down because of the immigration climate, and that seems to be the cause here. Let's talk about it.
We're talking about Tacos Mexicanos. They announced yesterday on social media they're going to permanently close after November 30th. They're on North 12th Avenue and East Hill, if you're not familiar.
Been in business in Pensacola since 2015. Now, the owner says he and his wife came to the decision in the middle of concerns surrounding, yes, their immigration status, hers particularly. Owner says he moved his family back to Mexico a couple of months ago.
He gave us a quote. He said, "I recently came back to Pensacola from Mexico to see if I could salvage the situation, but there's no way to do so with integrity. Trying to keep things going is only putting a burden on those who believe in me, and I'm not okay with that. I thank God for everything, including the moment of clarity that brought us to this decision."
And of course, a lot of talk on social media, nearly 1,000 comments coming in so far, many supporting the family, and sad to see that the business is indeed closing next month.
Jan says, "So sorry this is happening to contributing members of our community. It just seems like there could be a better solution."
Candy says, "I admire your decision and pray you can get back through legal means. We need people like you here, people of integrity."
But John said, "Do I feel bad for them as humans? Yes. Do I feel bad for them as a legal U.S. citizen? No. Since they self-deported, they have an opportunity to come back legally, and I hope they do. They appear to be good people by what everyone who has met them has to say. I wish them the best."
It is 7:31. Glad you're with us here on the Morning Current. We're so glad that you participate in the show. That's what it's kind of all about. And we'll be participating in Halloween chili. What was it?
Chili Halloween. Oh, ghost.
Ghoulish and coolish.
Ghoulish and coolish. Yeah. But Brooke, before we get to Halloween, I do want to mention that you're going to be staying warm in a different way.
Yeah.
Pedaling and swimming, and you've got your big, huge triathlon coming up this weekend in Panama City.
Ironman.
Ironman.
Ironman, Laura.
It's bigger than a triathlon.
it's a high endurance triathlon, and I mean, the weather is looking gorgeous for it. I mean, I really couldn't have just forecast the weather even better than it's looking. We're going to be looking at the winds calm. That means the Gulf is going to be looking nice for the swim. We're going to be seeing temperatures nice and not hot, and it is going to be light winds, and that's what we're seeing here as well. So it is just going to be a lovely forecast for you. If you are going to be out trick-or-treating, it is going to be on the cooler side, so that's something you just want to prepare for. A jacket, but not too windy, so it's not going to be really cold. You'll just see the 50s. And about what we have out there right now is about what the evening will look like heading into your Halloween. Temperatures currently are in the 50s. We do have the mid 50s along the coastline. Inland, we are seeing the low 50s, so we do have that change out there. Temperatures have dropped about 20 degrees from this time yesterday, so that's a big drop down, mainly because this is about the same time we were having that cold front move through. It had that humidity with it, so it was just slightly warmer yesterday morning. But we are looking at the full effect of the cold front now. Winds are starting to calm down. They were quite windy yesterday. We're about 3 to 10 miles an hour. We'll have the winds a little bit calmer for your afternoon. Radar's looking dry. We'll have the sunshine as you head into your day today. It is going to be looking a little cloudy for the first part of the afternoon. Clouds clear out, sunshine moves in. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 60s for your afternoon, so it is going to feel like fall.
At 7:33, we offer a beautiful shot of the 3 Mile Bridge. Not too many people using the 3 Mile at the moment. If that's part of your morning drive, pretty much all yours.
At 7:32, we turn to the government shutdown, which is entering day 30 now.
Frustration growing across the country. Of course, 42 million Americans could be losing their food assistance by the end of the week.
Democrats and Republicans have dueling proposals still and again, depending on how you want to look at it. Senate Majority Leader John Thune had blocked a Democratic bill to carve out funding for SNAP. He says Dems should instead vote to reopen the government. Democrats claim that the Trump administration could find other ways of paying for SNAP, and they say they will not agree to reopen the government until Republicans extend those Obamacare health care subsidies.
Now, Americans who are on Obamacare now getting their first look at how much more they might pay next year. A research group saying premiums would rise an average of 26%. Those currently on subsidies would see their premiums perhaps double.
Other big news around the economy, the Federal Reserve with a big interest rate meeting yesterday. They lowered rates by the expected quarter point, meaning we've had 2 quarter-point cuts this year.
This announcement came yesterday afternoon. Economists say the decrease is needed to bolster a struggling job market, could help reduce rates for credit cards and loans as well. The Fed making decisions without the benefit of any federal economic data. Why? Because of the government shutdown.
Well, the Fed is accused of using too much lagging data anyway, but this would officially be the first time since the 30s that they are setting policy without access to a full month of government employment data. They also said that future interest rate cuts are not a guarantee at this point.
More effects of the government shutdown, more concern over military commissaries, how the shutdown would impact them, and what else is being discussed about these stores.
Thanksgiving might be a bit more affordable this year. We'll tell you about a major chain that says they're offering a cheaper holiday meal.
Sometimes there's too much to worry about. Just take a minute, get away from it, and have coffee take you away.
Cheers.
So many issues to talk about regarding the government shutdown, now hitting what, day 30? Is that it, number 30?
Day 30 today.
Now there's concern about military commissaries being able to stay open during the shutdown.
And militarytimes.com did an article reporting commissaries might start closing in early December if the shutdown hasn't ended. The Defense Commissary Agency estimates more than 1 million households shop at 168 stores around the world each month. So we did reach out to that agency for information on local impacts, and they at this point have declined an interview.
And meanwhile, the federal government is interested in privatizing commissaries to save money. The military grocery stores helped eligible families save more than $1.6 billion last year. Congressman Jimmy Petronas does say he doesn't support the idea if it comes at a cost to military families.
Okay.
The discounts to those service members is the whole reason why the commissary exists in the first place. If you can keep it where the prices are kept in place, where that type of affordability is now available for those servicemen and women, then I think anything that saves money should be on the table.
Now, this is interesting. When it comes to prices, people on our Facebook page tell a little bit of a different story. Donna said, I haven't shopped in the commissary for years. It served a purpose overseas, but here in the continental U.S., there are better prices at the local grocery stores.
Yeah, and Ethan wrote, Walmart and Publix are priced better. I don't know what's to miss here. I never shopped there because it was worse inventory and same or higher prices than elsewhere in Pensacola.
Yeah, and Gamal commented, where else am I going to get my tax-free liquor?
So let us know what you think. A fair question, Gamal. Scan the QR code on your screen to join the conversation. Where do you shop for the lowest prices? We've got a number of options. Right now, it looks like the commissary is still winning with your votes. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep that poll open for a while.
I have to talk to some of my military friends to do some shopping for me.
Right. Meanwhile, Walmart is looking to make Thanksgiving a little more affordable this year. They say they're offering a basket of ingredients that will cook a Thanksgiving meal for 10 at about $4 a head.
That said, that includes national private brand items, including, yes, your Butterball turkey. They say one-click order online. They say it's about $14 cheaper than last year's meal basket. Is it true? I guess.
And that's not the only one. Aldi is also offering a $40 Thanksgiving meal for 10, which is $7 cheaper than last year. And BJ's wholesale members get a free Butterball turkey when they spend $150 or more on all of the fixins.
I'm all about sharing the deal, so you guys keep them coming. Remember, you can see these stories and more on WEAR's YouTube channel. We've got the top local and national news, YouTube shorts if you just got time for a quick bite of content. The Morning Minute, it's an epic production every morning. Just search WEAR News on YouTube.
This is so concerning, and people are trying, I guess, but new limitations are being put in place in some places for teenagers who chat with chatbots and consider them companions. We'll talk about this in just a second. Might be a tough battle to win, but there are new restrictions for teenagers now who use chatbots.
Yeah, a company called Character AI, which has been so controversial, says they are no longer allowing users under 18 to engage in open-ended chats with their AI-generated characters. This comes after lawsuits claim this particular app played a role in suicide attempts and deaths.
You may remember this. One lawsuit centers around 14-year-old Sewell Setzer. His family says he took his life after forming a romantic relationship with a bot. Now, a Senate bill would ban minors from using chatbots from all companies.
A recent report found more than 70% of teens at this point are using or have used artificial intelligence, at least in part, as a companion. So, Character AI's ban will begin November 25th. Until then, teens are allowed 2 hours of the chat function per day.
We do a lot of polls to see what you think about a lot of things. Yesterday, we talked about those GLP-1 shots and their impact on the national obesity rate. We asked you, has your opinion of things like Ozempic changed in the last 3 years?
40% said no. They didn't want to take it, and they're still not taking it. The rest of the options all pretty much tied around 20%. People were saying either yes, it is a long-term solution, or yes, I won't take it. We thank you for participation in all of that.
Take a look at this.
This may be the best ever. These are the Carruthers twins in their 2 versions of Sandy from the movie Grease. We've got Good Sandy and Bad Sandy, right?
Well, no, they were both good.
Yeah, they just had different outfits.
Yeah, it was like the 2 different like styles, like the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. AJ said Good Sandy and Hot Sandy. She's too little. We can't call her that.
No, Laura.
All right. It serves me right for being a talking head. But keep your Halloween photos and videos coming. We love them, whether it's costumes, pumpkin carving. Brooke, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that those costumes are looking pretty warm in there, so they're going to be looking nice for Halloween. They're going to be seeing temperatures in the 50s, and that's what I would want to wear. So a nice leather jacket and a sweater. So they dress for the weather. And we're going to be looking at that right now. We do have temperatures already in the 50s. We're going to be seeing temperatures getting into the 60s for your highs today, mid 60s for those highs. Right now, we do have over our Hardee's camera, we have those clouds right now, and we are going to be looking at the clouds hanging around through the first half of the day. As we go into the second half of the day, the clouds will clear out. So we are going to be looking at some nice weather as we head into your afternoon. We do have temperatures right now in the 50s. We're going to be looking at the 60s by the time you hit those afternoon hours. So currently 51 in Jay, 56 in Navarre, 52 in AS Pensacola. We're starting to see that sunshine, so temperatures are going to start to warm up. Highs today anywhere from 62 to about 65 degrees. So it is going to be looking a little bit below average. Typically this time of year we're around 77. We're going to be a good 10 degrees below that. So we do have a 10 to 20 degree temperature drop this morning, and we're going to be looking at that temperature drop heading into the afternoon. Let's talk about your Halloween forecast because we do have cool temperatures. So like I said, that jacket, that sweater looking nice. We do have 50s. That's what we're expecting for trick-or-treat hour, so that you want to make sure you're prepared for that cooler weather heading into Halloween. The trick-or-treaters, just make sure they have a jacket before heading out. We do have 40s overnight Halloween night, but it is going to be the overnight hour. Shouldn't be dropping into the 40s through the trick-or-treat hours. Let's take a look at your radar. Right now, it does look nice and calm. We're going to be looking at the clouds moving through for the first half of the day. It does clear out for the second half, so it's not going to be around for too long. We'll have some sunshine for the second half of the day. Going into your Friday, we do have plenty of sunshine. It's going to be gorgeous for your Halloween. So maybe if you are spending anything outdoors for your Halloween afternoon, should be looking nice heading into the evening, nice clear skies. Winds are also going to be calmer. So all of those Halloween decorations that you have out, not going to be blown around by the winds. It's really just looking like a lovely but chilly night. It's going to feel like Halloween. Going into the weekend, still quite nice. Saturday's looking beautiful. We'll have some nice weather for Sunday as well with a few clouds, very small rain chance here. We're going to keep it very isolated. Overall rain chance staying at about just a 20%. Let's take a look at the tropics now because we are still watching Hurricane Melissa going to continue to move towards the northeast. It is expected to miss Bermuda, so it has made its way into the open waters of the Atlantic. Looks like that's where it's going to stay. We will have it moving to the west of Bermuda as a Category 2 hurricane, so they will still see those high waves, that rip current risk, but it is going to miss landfall. So the bulk of those strong winds will stay off of Bermuda, and it is expected to fade out as we head into the weekend as it moves into those cooler northern Atlantic waters. Sea-tone rain forecast, 1 to 2 feet for the Gulf. Winds are out of the northwest at about 15 knots. And we do have your red flags flying this morning with a good chance we could see yellow flags later today. Here's a look at that week ahead. We have some beautiful weather as you head into Halloween, just looking chilly with mostly sunny skies.
Checking out your Thursday morning drive. Still a little breezy if our camera is to be believed, but the traffic is moving smoothly. That's the main thing. We'll keep you advised. It's 7:49.
It wasn't that long ago that Brooke decided she was going to learn to run. And this weekend, she's competing for the title of Ironman. We'll take a look how she preps in just a second. Brooke Richardson is an impressive human being. First off, she's really smart, which, by the way, is really annoying sometimes.
Yeah, she has the answers for everything.
But as I said in the tease, it wasn't that long ago you decided, well, I'm going to start running.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna compete, and I have every confidence that you will be Ironman.
Yeah.
I know, she's been working so hard. Okay, we're gonna get to the funny part. Brooke, we are so proud of you because you have been working diligently for months. I know you've had your training program and everything, and you've got to be just on the edge of stuff. I want to give you something that will cheer you up because you guys, I love that you're sharing this with us. This is such a big deal.
No kidding. Well, you do.
No, I want to do something.
I know.
Okay. Did you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right. She's been carb loading, right? She's been trying to carb load, eating pretzels all morning, and so we wanted to be of some assistance in your carb loading. Hey, Michael, will you bring me that?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Brooke was saying that she wanted a baguette. You get both of us together, it's going to be all over. So we wanted to help you carb load. So we brought you the baguette that you have been craving.
Thank you.
But I fear this might not be enough. So
Shall
we
I?
also wanted to give you some cinnamon rolls.
I need all the carbs.
Yeah, and then we weren't sure that would be enough carbs,
No, I think-
Jared,
I
and we
think-
got
here we go.
anything
Hang on a
left.
second.
And this was from Jared specifically.
Oh, yes.
5-pound bag
I'll
of
drink
shit.
it.
Here is all of this for good luck. And we want to keep you in this nice gooey mood. We want to bring in our control room team because I think they have some helpful
advice?
tips. Yeah. Some helpful tips. All right, so AJ and Vanessa, what do we got?
Yes, so we have some helpful advice for Brooke's husband. We know he's going to be there tomorrow. He's going to be so proud. He's going to be there cheering you on. He's going to need a sign, and we have some suggestions. This is my first suggestion. Just classic. Brooke is Ironman.
Very good, very good.
She
Yes,
is.
yes,
She already
yes.
is. You could also go classic. Go, Brooke, go.
I like
Skelly
that.
Cat back here. I don't know if you can see Skelly Cat.
Skelly
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Woo!
Yes.
Vanessa, I think, Vanessa has the winners. Here's Vanessa's first.
Oh my
run like
gosh.
that.
I think that one is Brian.
Yeah,
It is
I do
so
like
fast.
that.
This one is my favorite. Don't let
Yes.
sharks eat you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then finally,
Oh, we have one more.
don't kill butterflies.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Those
Yeah.
would be the
So
goals.
any of those,
I
any
like
of those
those.
will help
Oh
you,
my
Brooke. We are
gosh.
so proud of you.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
know, and
Do we have-
I was talking and I was like, I was so emotional this morning. I was like starting to cry. I was like, what's going on? And you know, I'm proud. It's not lost on me. The ability to do this is a privilege. So I am grateful that I get to do this, and I'm just overwhelmed by the love and support that I have from everyone. So, you know, it's good emotions coming. I'm not nervous. I'm not
Okay.
scared. I'm just happy and grateful.
Do we have time for people who don't know what is Ironman? What are you going to
So,
do?
It's I'm going to be out there, I think about 12, 13 hours, and it's a 2.5 mile swim, and then you follow it by a 112 mile bike ride, and then you finish it off with a marathon, which is 26.2 mile run.
Well, all the love
do.
and all the good luck. We got to go to break, but you guys let her know how much you support her on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. Brooke would talk, but she's carb loading.
We really appreciate the fact that you're joining us every morning for the Morning Current. Tell your family, tell your friends, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.